Alright, something new to show you guys. We're going to try some Lost PLA casting with ceramic shell. So I'm kind of curious to see if this works out better for, like blind holes and stuff like that, where the regular investment powder doesn't work real well and fractures out. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, let's see if I can tape record my elbow again. This is the part that we're going to be trying to cast. It's a oil line adapter. A gentleman made it, and well, he designed it. I went ahead and printed it out. Problem with this piece is there's a lot of blind holes to it. We have cores in it. The text, all this is just bad for doing the block casting in ceramic, or the investment block casting, what I usually do. So I'm going to try it in ceramic shell and see what happens. Cut a piece of foam to use as my sprue, and then I took a piece of wire and basically corkscrewed the end of it and screwed it into the foam, so I got a hook to hang it off of so it can drip for a while. So what I'm going to wind up doing is on the text here. I'm going to try and get it to come out, but I can't get it coming out with it being as deep as what it is, so I'm going to fill it with wax and just push my finger down across it. That way it'll just be like a little bit of a concave surface. You'll still be able to read the text, but it won't be as deep as what it is here. So we're going to attach our sprue here. Okay, I went ahead and waxed in the text on the top of it, and hopefully when that's cast you'll still be able to see. I'm not sure how well it's going to turn out, but we'll give it a try, see what happens. Alright, I'm going to start the dipping process. Alright, been waiting on this stuff for a while, or been planning on doing this for a while. This is going to let me cast a lot larger parts than what I've been doing, and it should be more economical for larger parts, because this wouldn't fit in the 4x7 flask, and to fill the 6x10 flask it takes about 15 pounds worth of investment, and that gets pretty expensive. So we're going to take and dump this guy on in here. Wow, look at that stuff stick to it. Over here. Little air bubbles, blow on them to pop them, otherwise they'll make little surface defects. That actually looks pretty good. So I got the first shell burned out. It looks pretty nice and clean down in there. But there was a lot of little pieces floating around inside the mold that I fished out. And the other thing is, I don't know if you can actually see it or not, but there's a hairline crack running right here in the shell itself. So, well, I fished out the pieces, blew it out with air. What I'm going to wind up doing is I'm going to go ahead and bury this in sand and pour it and see where those little pieces came from. I imagine it's having the same problem that the block casting does, where you have the blind holes and then the plastic compresses in around and crushes the investment. I think that's probably what happened with this as well. It's an inherent problem with the the lost PLA casting and blind holes. Looks like it's going to follow through with the ceramic shell also. But let me go ahead and get this thing all, get the furnace and foundry all set up here, and I'm going to go ahead and pour it, and we'll see what we got in a little bit. This is probably still hot, too hot to fool with. Let's try and break it open and see what it kind of looks like here. Yeah, it's hot. Actually, okay, let's take a look at this for a minute here. Down in here you can see that defect is definitely where the investment fractured in the blind hole. But I also have, well, this little nub sticking up here, this one sticking up in here, another one down in that hole there. And when I take a look at that, what I think is probably my fault, I didn't get the slurry down in there. There was an air bubble that came in and filled in. Also, you can see where the shell had fractured and broke off in this area, right in a tight radius. I'm not too sure what to think about that just yet, but at any rate, it's pretty well scrapped casting. The surface finish, I mean, its surface finish is good. It picked up on every single print line in the print. The overall finish isn't too bad on it. I mean, that was a pretty heavy print that I did too. Heavy thick walls, heavy infill. I didn't actually print that one to be cast, but had it sitting up on the shelf and grabbed it and figured, let's go ahead and give it a try. The Stix Racing, filling that in with wax, it's a little, you know, it has some peaks and valleys in it. Not real thrilled with that, but looks like something came out of China. Well, I still have Jar Jar Binks and Groot that I'm working on. So I'm going to pour them the next day or so. And look at the shell that I took off of that thing. Looks like counting the rings in a tree. You can see each and every one of the shell layers. That was a thick shell, and it still cracked it when it heated. Neat stuff, though. We'll do some more experiments and keep working at it until we get it sorted out. See you next time.